Alright, this was a deep one. So we are at right at 5.5 inches on a dime, and in my dirt we all know that's pretty damn decent. So a 64 dime, or 66, I'm sorry, 1966 dime here. Macro mode it here, there we go. Zoom in, so as you can see it's a 66, 1966, found it right down in there. Super dry dirt today, hasn't rained here in quite a while, a good rain anyways, little showers for like 5 minutes here and there, but nothing to soak it in, so the ground is just nasty dry clods that are coming up today. Not fun digging, that is for sure. But got a 66 dime. I hunted this little strip here next to the basketball courts to death with the F44 and the Land Ranger Pro. Actually, I hunted this little strip quite a bit. I didn't hit it over here with the Ace 400, but I had with my Land Ranger Pro and the Ace 44 and even my wife's Gold Bug, and found quite a few finds. So this dime was definitely missed, either because of its depth, you know, a good 5 inches, and in my terrible dirt the other machines just couldn't handle it. So come on, zoom in there. Yep, having a bad zoom day here, guys. Get it in the sunlight. So there it is, 66 dime, nothing spectacular, but it is a little bit deeper than what I think the other detectors can go in my dirt, and I probably just passed this up because I thought it was junk or something. But it was a solid 90-91 on the XP, and the line was quite straight. I'll get some footage of that as well today for you guys, and some beeps and all that good stuff. Let's get back at it. Alright guys, got a pretty decent target here at 95, so let's go ahead and check this line on the XY menu. There it is, 94. So see that line, how it's not really way out on the edges, it kind of is. But if you see it, it's pretty much a dark line. There's not all those squigglies going back and forth. So we're going to dig that and see what we got. Well, there we go. A learning experience with a new detector on camera. So, nice straight line, right? Well, look what we got. We all know what that is, our favorite friend. So, got a Bud Light cap. Now, one way with the XP Deus, something I didn't do, I was just going off the line, which proves the XY menu there. The visualization is not perfect. You will still pull round objects like a bottle cap. However, there is a way to tell if you turn off the ID normalization, where all of the 4 frequencies show the same ID. So say a quarter's 95 at 18 kilohertz. If you go down to 12 and 8 and 4 kilohertz, the ID kind of wavers. It may go down to 88, down to 80. It may waver 4 or 5 on the ID on each frequency. So if you have ID normalization off, what you can do, if you think you're not sure if it's a penny, a quarter, or a bottle cap like this, you can change the frequency, and if the ID on it goes up or down, you know that it's most likely a bottle cap. I can't remember if it's up or down, so do some research on that. I want to say if the ID goes up, it's a bottle cap as you change frequency, and if the ID goes down as you change frequency, it's a quarter. I may be off on that, but that's one way you can tell bottle caps and coins with this detector. A lot of detectors have trouble telling a coin from a bottle cap. We all know that, the crown type pop top caps off beer cans. So, and a lot of detectors have troubles with nickels and pull tabs. We all know this. It doesn't matter how much you pay, you're going to find these if you're searching for quarters, and you're going to find pull tabs if you're searching for nickels. That's just the bottom line with it. You will dig it. So $1,200 machine here, not perfect. Even the XY menu was tricked with this. I could have sat there and changed frequencies and all that. Set up 2 programs identical with just different frequencies, and then you just hit the plus minus and go back and forth at that point. So something to keep in note of: if you buy an XP Deus, you can tell a difference if you frequency switch and turn the ID normalization off. I right now have it on. I'm a big ID guy. I like to run the ID on and keep it normalized. I don't switch frequency. I'll just dig the bottle caps. Not a big deal to me. So, all right, anyways, just thought I'd show that. Enough babbling, back at it. Well, it got older by a year, so there's old Abe. 60, what does that say? 65, right? Something like that. So, yeah, 65. So 1965 Lincoln penny. We're getting close to the silver range here, and I've definitely hit silver range here. I found a 33 wheat penny at this school before, so there's the hole. It was down pretty good, about 4 or 5 inches there, so not too bad. Pretty pleased with the depth on this XP Deus. I know, like I beat the dead horse, guys. 4 to 5 inches in my dirt is 8 inches in your dirt in 90% of the rest of the country, basically. So really pleased. A little chattery, no matter the frequency. I'll do a little first impressions here on it. I really like the weight. It's super light, not nose heavy at all, even with the 11-inch coil with the cover on it. You can stick this in your pocket if you have the wireless headphones, keep it dry in a plastic baggie, and it still hits the detector. So basically with the plastic baggie, you can make this detector waterproof. A good plastic baggie or something, and just, you know, you're set. Really like the weight of it. Oh, my Crown Royal bag fell there where I keep my camera. I really like the weight of it. It does get a little dirty in these buttons. I noticed it right away when he sent it to me. There's just nothing you can do with, I mean, I guess get a little nylon toothbrush or something and get in there real good. But it does get a little dirty on the display. It is a big LCD on there. Nice and vibrant. Some small writing, but the display is pretty big. So you can definitely see it. It's not too bad. Poor vision people are definitely going to struggle, of course. Super light, have nothing to complain about. The feel, the ergonomics of it are off the chart. I love all the tones, different tone settings. You can adjust the frequency on your tones and multiple notches. I really like it. It's got everything you need. Motion, non-metal, non-motion, all metal, motion, all metal, pinpointing capability, 4 frequencies. I really like this detector. However, it's $1,200 for this setup right here, and if you want the wireless headphones, the other ones, you're looking at like 14. So it's a pricey detector, that's for sure, and you really do need this display set up. I was thinking, you know, maybe just getting the headphones set up for $7.99 would be the way to go, and then later piece it up. Let me get into the sun here, see it a little better, and then later piece it up into the wireless headphone, you know, for another couple $100, or start with the wireless headphone, I'm sorry, and then piece it up to this for $4.99. But everybody says, you know, you end up paying a little bit more that way, and it's better just to go with this in the long run, and I think I agree with that. This thing gives you so many options that the headphone doesn't, you know, like this XY menu, just all sorts of other advanced settings you can run through that the headphones just don't give you. However, I think even for $7.99 with just the headphone ones, that still beats a lot of detectors out there for the price. The performance, the depth is going to be the same. You're just not going to be able to fine-tune it as much. But as long as you can borrow one of these, create programs, load them into that headphone thing, that's the way to do it if you only have $7.99 and you just want to have a Deus. Find a friend that has this, borrow it, load the programs into your headphones, and you have all the settings you need to just cycle through real quick. So I'm kind of on the fence. I like the $7.99 option without this. However, this thing is just, I mean, it's phenomenal, the extra stuff you can do with this. So not a fan of the way you have to charge the coil or send it back to have it repaired. I'm sure someone on YouTube has taken it apart and shown us how to do it at home. I'm almost positive someone in the forum somewhere has done it themselves without sending it back. I don't know, however. Maybe it's just not possible. Not a fan of that. They want you to send the coil back to, you know, a dealer to get the battery replaced. It should have been replaceable. It's replaceable in the headphone. It's replaceable in this, just not the coil. That's a huge negative for me. Not a fan of that. Not a fan of the price, but you get what you pay for. For $1,200, this thing is hitting targets deeper than anything else. However, I'm skeptical like a $4.99 T2 couldn't do just as well in my bad soil. The T2 really cuts through bad soil quite phenomenally, and for the price, you know, that's $500 versus $1,200, $1,300 we're talking here. So definitely something to note price-wise. First impressions, though, are great. I mean, I love the tones, I love the display, I love the menu. I'm an IT nerd. I've been building computers for 20 years now, and that's what I do. So on the IT side of things, I love the menu. I love the nerd side of things, the geek side of things. I really nerd out on this detector. It's really cool. The menu that you can run through. I mean, just everything, just all these settings that you can run through here. Oh, it's just so customizable. 4 frequencies, reactivity, the silencer, audio response, notch, and then disc, and you got your multi-tones, full tones, you got your VCO tone in the pitch. You can change the hertz on it, so it's different sound on each tone. Look, I mean, you go into 5 tones here, you hit expert, you can change the hertz on each of the 5 bands there. I mean, this thing is just so customizable, it's crazy. It's worth the $1,200, I think. It's just $1,200. Man, do you want to spend that much on a detector? It's up to you. If you got the money and it's like not a problem, okay. But if you're tight on money, if you're a budget-minded guy, obviously this detector is going to be a tough sell to anybody, even as well as it works. If I had $1,200 in my pocket right now, this would be my new detector. I'd send $1,200 to the local digger and say, go buy yourself a new one. I'm keeping this bad boy. You know, so take everything with a grain of salt, guys. Your situation is going to decide what's up with this. But that's enough with the first impression. I don't want this video to go a half hour of me just babbling. Let's go find some more finds and get 5 or 6 more targets before we cut out. All right. Alright guys, got a signal here. It's a little jumpy. The audio is really different on it. I'm going to take my headphones off, put them by the speaker here kinda. And you can hear the audio on it in the camera. And you'll hear, or you'll see, the visualization on it is just a little wonky. We'll see if we can get it to zoom in on my hand here. There we go. Macro mode, and watch the visualization. Let me find it. So you can see the line's pretty angled, and it's kind of a fat line with some little loops, especially right there at that angle. You can hear it's a little, like, not really broken, but like it goes high, mid-high, back and forth. So I guess that would be kind of a broken tone, but not really poppy or crackly like some of the other bottle caps and iron targets. So there's the line. 94, pretty solid. So that might be a coin on edge or a coin or something. We're going to go ahead and dig it, see what it is. Let's find out. Okay, so as we could see from the XY menu, it was a little bit of a fat line and kind of got wavy at certain angles, really jumpy, and that's why. So that's what we got here. Big old piece of whatever. Well, this camera is the worst camera at autofocusing. Pisses me off. Not really, but frustrating. Alright, so there it is. Sitting right down like that with this piece here like spiked into the ground like that. So not sure that round edge here on this left side fooled it or what, but then when you went other angles, I think it was detecting these sharp angles and really causing that XY screen to go crazy. So there it is. Not always foolproof. However, I wasn't positive it was a coin. I was skeptical, but one of those targets you want to dig anyways, and that's the name of the game when you metal detect, is dig those iffy targets if you're not sure. Was not sure, so there it is. Let's get back at it. And then sometimes the XY screen brings you stuff like that looks so perfect and the line was so straight. So definitely not perfect, and it was barely an inch underground. Now, one thing to note, I do switch over to the regular menu with the horseshoe and everything for each target before I dig it, and I pinpoint it and try to find it. I knew this was a can, it pinpointed real big, and on the horseshoe menu it just went off the chart, so I knew right away, okay, that's a can. But dug it anyways. XY menu, it looked perfect. Boy, it was a straight line, horizontal, a real thin line as well, no curves at all, looked really good. So there it is. On to the next. Into the 60s still, 1967. What a great year that was, right? I don't know, I wasn't born yet. I was born in 75. 67 sounds like a great year. Sounds like a good muscle car was built around then, right? Well, there's old Abe. Let's try to find some 60s, 50s, hopefully, with a little bit of silver in them. Come Come on, XP, don't do me wrong. You're finding all these old 60s coins. Found me a silver ring. I just want a silver coin. My wife's 1919 Mercury dime she got a couple videos back is killing me. It's killing me. Gotta catch up. It's kicking my butt lately. Well, that was a pretty deep one. A good 5 inches down, but it tricked me again. Good ID, a real nice line, but just a bottle cap. Yeah. Didn't do the frequency shift thing or anything like that. I'd rather just dig it. Just still learning the machine, so I want to know what the tones and what the sounds, the crackles, the pops, the breakups, the ID jumps, everything like that is. So showing it all today, even if I dig this good stuff. All right, let's go find some more coins. More coins. 77 wheat penny, about 3 inches down, right here in this big old clunk of nasty dirt. And that came out in the same little bit, same scoopful. So, and it did bang twice. It was a beep, 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 beep. So it was picking up that little can slaw kind of high, I think. It wasn't high enough. The penny wasn't on the surface enough to get a double bang like the DD coils like to do. So I'm pretty sure it was just picking that up. I already checked the hole, nothing else in there. So that though rang up at a nice 91, and then it would jump down. I got it notched up to about 80 right now, running a little lower than normal, and that bumped up at about a 82, 83, so pretty high for aluminum in my opinion. But it was a bang 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 right next to each other, and the ID would waver between, you know, the 80. I want to say it was about an 85, 84 maybe it was. My memory's terrible, guys, but that was banging up right at the 91 that it's supposed to, 90, 91. So pretty cool. That's what the Deus XP Deus really shines at, is finding that where there is a lot of that. So it is great at finding good stuff in the bad stuff. All right, on to the next. 94 quarter. Rang up right as a 94, and it banged hard, clean. It was about 2 inches down, and boy, that line was straight as could be on that XY menu, straight as an arrow. Yep, good stuff. 94 rang up as a 94. A 65 quarter. Come on, where is my damn silver? Give it to me already, XP, give it to me. Pretty deep one here, about 5 inches down in that hole there. Fairly deep. It rang up perfectly as a 94. And there it is. The XY screen was flat as could be. Even at 5 inches, it was just a super straight line, horizontal. Very good, very good. Alright guys, got another 94. There's the other quarter that I found right there, the 65 just now, right next to it, another 94, and the line is, as you can see, nice and straight. So listen to the tone. Take the headphones off, I'll just put them right here next to the camera. You should be able to hear it. Let me try to move them up here for you. You'll really be able to hear it now. So there it is, nice 94. Let's dig it. Let's dig it live. Right about there, should be able to find it here. About there. See what we got here? Oh, well, that is not the quarter that we're looking for, is it? Nice straight line, and there it is, guys. So, proof live yet again. I like to show this stuff live. Yet again, that XY is not perfect. I mean, it may be something square can like this that rings up just like a quarter at a 94. You saw how straight the line was. It looked identical to right here where this quarter was. I mean, identical. Let's double check the hole. So be sure we don't have a There's something right here. Let's find out what we got here. Oh, did it fall? Another big bit of, oh, just exploded on me. Pencil eraser there. Yeah, that's what that is. A bit of a pencil eraser. Alright, so there it is, bit of a can. That's what rang up as the 94. You saw it on video. So right next to the 65 quarter, there's a can. I thought it was a coin spill, like a bit of a coin spill in a little area, but not so lucky. Let's find one or two. I'm gonna call it a video, guys. Getting hotter than hell out here. There it is, trying to get in that little crack of sunlight here. 72 penny, quite deep again. 4 to 5 inches right there in that hole. So loving the depth on this XP Deus in my nasty Colorado soil. As you can see, quite dry, just coming up as these nasty clods, these little balls. Yeah, it's pretty terrible dirt, guys. Do not move to Colorado if you are a metal detectorist. You will not have a good time in most scenarios. That's a complete lie. I'm having a great time, and many guys out here have a great time too. But you are not going to get that depth that you are in other states, that 8, 9, 10 inches with the XP Deus. Well, you know, it'll hit it out here. It's hit some small stuff out here, but depth is definitely an issue with any detector out here, no matter the price, no matter the quality. Absolutely. On to the next, find a couple more and call it a day. Bug just flew up my nose right as I hit record. Oh my goodness. Alright, there's a 77 penny. About 3 inches down right there in that little plug there. Not too bad. Finding tons of pennies here. I'm way over here on the edge of the soccer field now by this goal post. I hit up all along those trees, and that's where I found most of the finds there today. So I think I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm getting super hot. It's going to be 102 today out here in eastern Colorado. A ridiculous heat wave we've been having the last week or so, and it's supposed to last another week. So it's been pretty miserable hunting, that's for sure. Got to go early in the morning or late at night or nothing at all. So I'm going to call it a day. Probably hunt a little bit more in this shady spot and then head back to the car, which is parked way over there. And I'll be back here. I'll make a couple more videos here, I think, with the XP Deus. It's doing real good here and getting some good finds from the 60s, early 70s, and late 60s. So I think a silver is on the way, hopefully. We shall see. I'm always hoping silver's on the way, but silver is very elusive to me for some reason. I find 30s, 40s, 50s pennies all day, but no dimes and quarters. What the heck? Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video with the XP Deus. TheHunterGT signing off. I will see you on the next video.